Hey guys, back with some more Redux editing, and I just restarted my computer and sat down, so let me get everything set up here real quick. Start with Discord. Okay, now we need VS Code and some GitHub. Right, let's go. Yeah. Okay, so as always, we're gonna start off with our to-do list. After rewatching the last stream and thinking about a couple stuff, looks like we got a big list here, but a lot of stuff's gonna be super easy. So last week we were working on the spawning system, and we were running into some problems with some of these zones. Like Edessa just doesn't register at all because it's a good zone. But I realized, because we know when the system doesn't register a safe spawn spot, it always spawns people in the middle. And Edessa, unfortunately, had the point on it placed exactly over that bridge, which means when it can't find a good spot to spawn in, it's spawning them right on the bridge, which is causing them to explode. So I was like, oh, okay, so that's where I got this first one. I was like, wait a second. If I'm going to move Edessa to be safe, why don't I just go through and while I'm fixing Edessa, I can literally fix every other problem zone in the game. So, that's why I came up with this to-do list. Move all sector zones away from buildings. Because this is pretty easy. Like, I mean, I could just probably move somewhere within about 50 meters. But to do that, I'm going to have to make some of these zones bigger. Because because I'm going to be moving them away, but I still want them to cover the city. So, to counteract the way more CPS going to be on the map, I also came up with some balance changes. We're going to lower the passive CP gain per minute. Actually, it's not per minute, but everybody calls it per minute, so that's what we're going to use. View distance, yeah, I'm just going to lower that to 2900. So that way, you see an object, you can shoot it with an AT missile or AA, just to make things more fair for the infantry. Increase CP transfer cost, cool. Then our big ones, while loop check. Let me show you what happened here. This is actually huge. Okay, so this was just posted today by Leopard. Let me show you. Okay, so this little warning right here. A while loop doesn't have any suspension. Remember how much we've been talking the last couple streams about the scheduler and scheduler being overloaded in Redux, which is causing servers to lock up? The while loop does not have any suspension, meaning that if used in a scheduled environment without any suspension, the code will run multiple times per frame and consume the 3 millisecond per frame scheduler execution limit, which we were just talking about this last week. Like, we're not super worried about the scheduled half of it, or more worried about the unscheduled half, but either way, we gotta go clean this up. We gotta go find every single while loop in our code and make sure we have some sleeps built in there. I've seen a lot of these, and I didn't know why they were in the code before, but now I do. So I think this is already done. But so we're gonna just go through our code and do this because it's just gonna be good for the code. I don't know about the unscheduled half, but we may look at some of the unscheduled stuff and see if that's probably a good idea. This is a weird command. Sleep suspends code execution for the given time in seconds. Sleep precision is given by a frame rate. The delay is given as the minimal delay expected. Oh, interesting. This command will suspend the code for at least the given amount of time. It could be way more if the script scheduler is busy. So that means if your scheduler is already chugging with other scripts and it's seeing a sleep, it might massively extend that sleep. This command will suspend the script as the game gets paused in single player, blah blah blah. Okay, we don't care about single player. Apparently for single player you need to use UI sleep. This can't suspend here. Oh, cool. So this right here, I was wondering just about that sleep command, which scripts would run. Instead of having to remember if it's execute a VM or spawn, just test it with can't suspend. Ah, okay, so this is, I'm glad we clicked on this. Returns true if sleep or wait until commands can be used in the current scope. Usually when suspension is not allowed but used, for example, when code is executed in the unscheduled environment. Script engine would ignore any suspension command if there were errors. Suspending not allowed in this context. Using can't suspend command allows to detect the correct environment for the code. And we actually think it's the unscheduled part of the scheduler that's messing us up. Either way, like, this is a really in-depth explanation for that this one little warning that got added here that I just learned about. I just learned about it because it was just added today. That's why I just learned about it. So yeah, that right there was huge. Glad I caught that. Let's go back to our to-do list. Look at nearest location. Okay, so again, I was in the official Discord reading the scripting channel. They were talking about something kind of unrelated, but used the nearest command. And again, because I was thinking about zones earlier this week, about the city zones and stuff, I might have a solution for the zones that don't have numbers, the sector zones. Because let me show you. I'll show you right now. We're not going to work on it right now, but I will show you guys right now. Kind of like to front load the video. Okay, so you can see nearest locations. This is under the sectors init client. So near locations. This is the only place it's called in the code. Command is near locations equal sector name local, name village, name city, name capital, 300, then sector. And what it does is it gives it the name of that. You can see down here. It picks something from this list, the nearest one within 300 meters to the sector. And then it gives the sector its name. If it doesn't have that, it's the else statement. What it does, it just gives default sector for each index plus 1. Which is why you have sectors that are called sectors, 68, 42, whatever, because it's just going through the entire list. It's looping through this. And yeah, that's how you get sector names. So sectors that don't have a name, it's because they're not seeing name local, name village, name city, name capital within 300 meters. And my original way I tried to fix this a long time ago was I was trying to increase this, but I realized the military hill places, everybody calls them military hill because literally on the map it says military hill or Laka hill or something. And the reason they're not getting names is because they're not on this little for list here. So all I have to do is go into the wiki and figure out what other possible things are here and figure out what the thing on the map is called. Military hill or something. And just add that to this list. And then it's going to be like, oh, boom. This is the biggest reason I didn't add this to make this huge is because of Pygros. Because if I made this big enough so Pygros military would see Pygros, like the city, you're going to have 2 zones named Pygros. And yeah, I just now realized that I could just add something that picks up, the military hill or something else on the map. And I can name every sector on the map. Like Ghost Hotel, like everybody calls Ghost Hotel because on the map I'm pretty sure it says Ghost Hotel somewhere or something. Unless everybody just agreed to the same name for somehow. I don't know. There's got to be a name for it somewhere. So yeah, that's where that to do button came from. Easy. It's going to be a really easy fix. Just a little research, easy fix.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected.
Right, so as we go through all these zones, I'm so spawn.
Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
Hey, cool. And what we're actually checking for when we're spawning here is that they're not spawning on the flag or on the zone marker. That's what I'm actually concerned about. Because any zone that has them like more than a couple spawn on doesn't have at least a couple spawn spots open. Then we're gonna have to move.
Select destination.
I think I'll use 3 as a cutoff. That seems fair to me. Like, typically a lot of these towns people aren't massing huge forces at. And the spawn spot's only taken up until someone gets in the vehicle and moves it. Although if there's any pro-level campers out there and they figure this system out, It's going to be... I forgot to mute my mic there. Sorry, I was wiping beer off my chin. Yeah, if you're like a pro level camper, you could actually go through and catalog every single one of these spawn spots. Don't know how much like tactical good that would do you when you're shooting in a parachute. But I'm the kind of guy that would do that. Okay, this is going to be our first problem child zone, I think, because it's so hilly.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
Right.
Select sector. Select drop zone. Airdrop
Yep.
in progress.
Look at that. They all spawned in the middle.
Sector selected.
Okay. Just for fun, I'm going to watch these things explode. Make sure they explode. So fixing a zone like this one's going to be interesting because I can't really move the zone that much. So the only real way to fix this zone is just going to be make it bigger. Remember when I was talking about Edessa? Like it was okay to move Edessa, you know, 70 meters to the west. But a zone like this, like you completely change the character of the AO by moving it. Okay, Arma physics. What are you doing? Okay. I'm intrigued at this point. What in the heck is going on here? I'm just gonna chalk that up to that thing wasn't being simulated after it stopped moving. Alright, yeah, that exploded. Cool. Alright.
Select destination. Destination selected.
Dude, I'm having so many flashbacks from like the Fault Warlords. I was like, where's the Mora at? I think it's probably my favorite part of Redux is things aren't strict because this is one of those zones that I could like solo cap in probably under 2 minutes. Because I know I've got every single spawn memorized.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Okay, I think this is going to be another one of our problem zones just because the hills around the area.
Zone. Airdrop in progress.
Although we lucked out,
Selected.
there are some good spots in the zone area. So this is a great example of my goal with the zones. Ones that don't have a good spawn spot, the goal was to get this little center flag to an open area like this. So when the system does fail, it fails into a fail-safe configuration, which means stuff's not blowing up. In fact, let's go ahead and verify this some more. Let's spawn 3 more.
Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, obviously that's not a big enough zone to handle that many hunters, but that's not a horrible result. Actually, you know what? We're gonna make that zone just a little bit bigger. Because it looks like the system is seeing this area right here and this corner right here as good spawn areas. So all we have to do is basically just increase this maybe 25 meters by 25 meters, and that'll give us this whole area right here to spawn, this whole area right here to spawn. Which will basically double our viable spawn spots before we start taking risks in the middle. Okay, gotta go faster. Not trying to spend all day here. Did that actually blow up? Oh yeah, it survived. Oh, cool.
Select destination. Destination selected.
Okay, so this is going to be our first zone where we're just going to be completely handcuffed if the system doesn't work. And I'm just going to have to say tough luck. Sorry. Don't spawn vehicles there. So I can't really, due to the proximity of Kavala and Aglet Quarry, I can't really make these bigger and I can't really move them. Because these two zones, the reason I won't make these zones bigger, I mean, obviously I could just type in a bigger number and that would be a thing, but like these two zones are already cash cows, dude. I mean, like, if you watch my CP here, because the back cap bonus we have in, my CP is probably going to jump up a couple hundred just for capping this town. So we're at 46,901.
Sector seized.
Yeah, anyway, we went from, yeah, we got almost 600 out of that.
Select sector.
So, yeah, these are already fat cash cows. It kind of blows your mind that more people don't cap these towns. I guess 600 CP is not that big of a deal, but you're gonna see Kavala. Kavala's gonna complete cap out. I think Kavala next to Telos is like the biggest in the game.
Selected.
Here comes the lag.
Select destination. Destination selected.
But yeah, I just can't in good conscience make these zones any bigger than they already are. And the bigger the zone, the more the eye spawns in them, and the longer it can take a cap, and blah blah blah. There's just a max reasonable size you can have for a zone before it. I totally forgot to spawn vehicles at the last place. That's okay. Yeah, if you're ever playing Redux and you need to make a case for your team to backfill stuff, the back cap modifier is 30x, whatever the value is. So Kavala is, I'm not capping. Kavala is 38 CP, and I think this is what I used when I was doing my testing. 38 times 30 is, whew. It's just over 1,000, so we're sitting at 47,700. Even if we end up getting a tick of CP here, it'll be 47,800. Basically gonna max this out on CP more or less. And it has a freaking aircraft carrier. Hello? Yeah, so we got to take a CP there, so we're at 47,800. And boom, 48,900. That is some big money. But that's why the bonus is there, to get people to back cap instead of just rushing mid and grinding themselves in that dirt. Sounds silly, but it actually speeds the game up, back capping. The amount of CP you get. Okay, let's do a quick test here. As we're doing standard testing.
Airdrop in progress.
Alright, as expected, there were enough little spots in Kavala. And that was not close enough to the center flag for me to consider a failure there. Alright, so we're going to spawn 3 more just to be cheeky.
Select drop zone. Airdrop
Okay,
in
beach.
progress.
Alright, good stuff. So we know Kavala has at least 6 good spawn spots, and we already know this beach can actually handle another guy down here. So we know we have at least 7 spawn spots. I'm happy with that. I don't think anybody's going to be building massive armor convoys here in Kavala. Ooh, I just heard something explode. Where was that? I don't see any smoke. Huh. Guess I was just, might be my music. Let's go double check though. Wow, dude, that hunter looks so tiny compared to that aircraft carrier. Hey, did I kill Neri? I did. Alright, so let's go up to Agala.
Select destination. Destination selected.
Right, so let's do... let's just do 6.
Select drop
And I don't
zone.
think anybody's going to be starting armor convoys here, but...
Progress.
Oh, perfect. Okay, we dodged the big West Coast bullet we were worried about. Okay, let's go take Neri. We already know Neri is one of our problem children because we had that bad spawn on the quad last weekend. Didn't realize it at the time why it was happening though, but it makes sense. Because this is like a complete urban town. And then around it there's a bunch of steep cliffs or hills. Dude, I'm still hearing stuff explode. Oh, I know what's going on. It's the asset and relevance range. So tanks are spawning in those towns behind me. And when I get 1,000 meters away, they explode.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Alright, since we're down here, we're just going to go hit Edessa too. We tested Panettori with this new spawn system last week, so we don't miss that.
Select drop
And we
zone.
might see some... Yep.
Airdrop in progress.
Yep.
Sector selected.
That's bad. So we know we have basically one good spawn spot down here. So we're going to put this on our suck town list. Let's go look, see how much room down here to get more. Okay, it looks like there's a good spot over there. Yeah, this is another one of those towns that you can't really move because like you completely change the character of the AO by moving the town. So just making it a little bit bigger to snatch up some of these spawn spots down here. Maybe that area is kind of flat too. Yeah, I think if this was a little bit bigger that way and a little bit bigger this way, this might be kind of viable. That's what we need right there. That little area right here. I have some confused people though, I have a feeling. This new system. They're gonna stand in the middle of town, someone's gonna spawn right at the very, very edge. Like, why is everything spawning at the edge of the town? Because I designed the towns to
Select
spawn stuff on
destination.
the edge, because it's the only safe spot. And like I said, we've already tested this town, so we know it's good. We're just gonna blow through here back to Edessa and see if we can troubleshoot Edessa. So I'm really confused why Edessa was not giving us good spawn spots last weekend. Wow, how are we stream for an hour, dude? It stopped. Cool. Got some more music going. It's about time to go AFK. Stretch my legs. Have a drink. But first we test Edessa. And I'll take a quick AFK. And then when I come back, we'll do a northern swing here. And we'll just blast up through these zones real quick. Really interested in Oreo. I don't think there's any way we're going to be able to fix this zone. This might just be one of those zones you can't spawn vehicles in, because, yeah, there's like no way that's happening.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Oh man, that enlargement made kind of a fat sector, huh? Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do something to counteract the massive inflated CP we're doing here, but
Select destination.
I would rather have a spawn system that works. Oh, we did not kill people. Okay. This is kind of a cool way to spawn, dude. Now the zone's farther to the west, instead of spawning here up on the hill, spawn like down on the beach. Some Navy SEAL stuff. Let's go. I always like this part of the map. It's weird, but this is like where I grew up playing Arma. This little area right here. Because back when Arma 3 first came out, there was a mod called Breaking Point. It's actually still going. It's called Aftermath Breaking Point Aftermath or something now. Completely different guy. Like a new guy took it over and doing different stuff with it. But yeah, my bases were always down here because this was low key actually the best part of the map. A lot of people would hang around the airfield and stuff because they thought that was some of the better spots, but if you played like DayZ type games, these industrial buildings, and for some reason just nobody knew these were here. Like, the map was like pretty brand new. Me being the nerd, how I was talking about, I would go through and catalog every single spawn spot for this new system just to camp it. Yeah, I basically did that for Altus. Like, I went through the entire map. Like, cataloged the entire freaking map. I did it in the nerdiest way possible too. What I did was I did just all of, are they? Yeah, these things. So there's tons of churches on this map. There's a tooltip that tells you like when you're loading in. There's something like 168 chapels on this map. So I went through and marked like every one of these little religious structures on the entire map. Because they are like all over the place. And I literally just took a little bird and I just spent like an entire weekend flying to every single little spot on the map. And was like noting all the building types while I did it. I was like, oh hey, look at that. I just found basically every good survival space spot on the entire map. And this one ended up being the best because it had the least amount of other building types. Like it had enough residential buildings to be like good.
Sector selected.
So I could get plenty of other stuff. And I had that military tower way down there. I used to make trips to that. So I had my military loot, my residential loot, and I had all my industrial loot. Like in the fairly dense spot, but it was, for some reason, no one else just did the math and figured it out. But back to vehicle spawning. Let's go.
Select drop zone. Airdrop.
Hey, it works now. Yes! Yes! Dude, I'm gonna make this its own patch note, dude. Fix the Edessa spawn bug. Yay. Okay, cool. This is excellent time to take a break. So, stare at the sun. Ah, my eyes. Okay, I'll be back in just a minute or two. I am back. Well, the sun moved while I was I was AFK. Alright. I've I have the rest of the lights off in my apartment. And I walked back to my computer, and while I was walking back, like, the sky was so bright, blinding me. Okay, let's go.
Select destination.
I think I forgot to kill people.
Destination selected.
Dude, you see that CP we got? 6969. Nice. So my normal reaction would be to, if I was just looking at the map on the zone, I would say, let's take off that map layer. I would say this area right here is viable, but trees are a blacklisted object, I think. So we can't spawn within, I think, 5 meters or 6 meters of a blacklisted object. So it means this like randomly dispersed trees right here are gonna kill our spawning areas. This is why this is one of the zones I wanted to check. There's literally just enough trees where it's like blocking off a ton of the good spawn areas. Well, that's a spot I never considered right there. So we got at least one spawn spot there. Well, that rock is actually in the worst possible position. I think rocks are blacklisted too.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
Interesting.
Sector selected.
Spawn in like 2 more.
Select drop zone.
Ah, okay, that was the max capacity. Okay, so that zone has 4 good spawn spots. As expected, even though this area is flat, these trees are actually just cock blocking the spawns there. That's crazy that there was just enough spot between those trees to... Does not look like my screen. There's enough room for that thing to... I'm gonna go look at that spawn spot. Oh hey, and I called it. That is actually a spawn spot. I guess that rock was just far enough away for it to eke in there. That's awkward. It doesn't let me delete it because it's on the roof remotely, but... Oh, there is enough room over there. Let's just teleport. Yep, that's literally exactly enough room. Okay, let's kill some people. Dead.
Select destination. Destination selected.
Oh, dude, I was just looking at my desktop audio. You guys might be hearing my music. I didn't even realize that was going on today. I did actually have it kind of loud today. Oh, that is definitely my music coming through. Oh well. Bad thing about my music being loud enough to activate my voice gate is that you're gonna hear me doing stuff like typing and breathing and everything else. I don't actually have that many concerns. I feel like core has kind enough spots, but we'll test anyways.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Okay, we're starting our northern swing here.
Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
Okay, cool. I'm happy with that.
Sector selected.
And they're spaced out enough where there's more room down there. There's tons more room, so don't even waste time spawning more. Is my noise gate just not working at all or something? I'm kind of confused now, dude. I normally don't sit here and look at OBS, like, because I feel like I normally just review the stream afterwards. Maybe I'm overthinking this volume meter I'm looking at.
Select destination.
I mean, it's like 10% of what my voice volume is, so... It literally might not even be audible to you guys, but... The fact that I'm seeing a mixer little thing pop up and down. You know what? We're gonna test it. I'm just gonna put my music back to the volume I had it at. Oh yeah, that's not... Okay. I just like double the volume on my music. Like super quiet to okay volume. You know what? None of it's gonna matter in like 3 weeks because I'm gonna have a new PC and I'm gonna have to redo everything. Which means I'm gonna have probably like 2 weeks of streams where my audio is just gonna be completely janky. I'll try to refigure out everything I do. Because audio is one of those things, like, I just never bothered to learn, like, all the settings and stuff, so I just, like, every stream, like, I'll run a stream and then I'll watch the stream back. I'll be like, oh god, that audio is crap. And I'll change something.
Select sector.
And it'll be slightly less crappy. I'll be like, okay, that was a good change, and then I go just make that change better, and it's kind of the exact same way on Code Redux. I just constantly try stuff, see what works.
Sector selected.
Because of that, it generally takes me like
Airdrop in progress.
quite a few streams to nail my audio if I have to start from scratch. God, at Windows 11, like I'm gonna have Windows 11 on the PC, and I have no idea how to do all my audio setups. Because I have multiple PCs and I have them routing all the sound routing through one, and sounds straightforward, and normally it is, but for some reason, like default Windows 10, like every time I install like a big update, like it completely breaks my audio. I can't hear my other computers. Which, for me, that's a massive problem, because...
Select destination.
Did I kill these people? I don't remember.
Selected.
Yes, I check. Yep. Yep, they're dead now. You know, I don't think I've ever attacked this town in Redux from this direction. Definitely having default warlords, like, ever walking up this hill. Sounds such a fun town to attack from this direction. You like pop over this ridge and you're like in a perfect spot to just blast. And yeah, this is definitely one of those towns that if there is a problem with it, I'm not gonna be able to move it because like that's just like the character of the AO. The only thing I could do is make it bigger and hopefully we find some good spots.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Select drop zone. Airdrop in progress.
Oh, we didn't even get to the spots I thought were gonna be good. Okay, so this place is loaded.
Selected.
Do a massive convoy out of this place. This is one of those ones I changed earlier because I wanted to get more room around the edges. Cool. I'm happy. The bad part is we still got to go over to Ghost Hotel. Because I think Ghost Hotel and Southern Base are the only few other spots I was worried about. Yeah, you can kind of see it on the zoomed out map. Like, because of contour lines. Like, this is just one massive, like, valley when you're max zoomed out where all these other towns are. But there's hills there, and there's some kind of hills there. Okay, this next town is one of the infamous towns in Redux.
Select destination. Destination selected.
This town shall live in infamy. This was a town that I think gave me the original idea to, like, I have to do something radically different here because, I mean, look at these contour lines, dude. There's literally no way the game engine's gonna say something's flat around here. And, like, the only area that is flat is, like, right here in the city, which is covered in buildings. So, big bad. Big bad. This town, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with, dude. Legit have no idea. This might be one of the towns that I just throw my hands in the air and blacklist it because the only way I'm gonna fix it is by making it like a 30 CP town, you know? How much is it right now? It's 20. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know how much bigger I'll be able to make this town. We're just gonna cross our fingers and pray that the game engine can find something.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
But you know what? If at the end of the day we end up
Select
with
sector.
We're gonna have to kill people. Kalithea. What the? Oh, that's the closest town. Huh. Kalithea.
Sector selected.
You know what? If there wasn't two Anthrakias, I would totally roll with this change, dude. But Anthraki is one of those towns that gets called out so often. Like, I can't have two towns called Anthrakia, dude. That's, that sucks, but that's gonna cause me to roll it back. Plus, I'm worried about the computation time it's gonna take to look up that much stuff once the game starts up. Okay, we gotta kill people. There Alright. These are likely all gonna spawn right in the middle of town and possibly explode.
Airdrop in progress.
Oh, we got one good spot up on the hill. Tell you what, we're just gonna... I know all three of these are gonna spawn in the middle again, but I'm just gonna test just to...
Airdrop in
Yep.
progress.
Yep. That is unfortunate. Then that might be good enough, but... Oh, the top of these hills would be good too. Okay, I tell you what, we're gonna teleport over here quick. I'll mark that. 27 meters, okay. Ooh, that might be a good spot here too. This little toe. Mark that. Oh, 44 meters. Dang, that is too far, dude. Okay, so if I expand this, let's get ourselves exactly on this line here. Yeah. 22 meters. Okay, so if I expand this by 25 meters, I will have this spot. That'll give us a definite second spot. And this spot up here. Yeah, that's definitely a viable spot right there. Maybe even two. I don't know. Might be wishful thinking, but... I think I can do that. Like an extra 25 meters on the radius. Yeah. For potentially having 4 spawn spots maybe. If I can get 3 good spawn spots in the zone, I think that might be able to hide the fact that this zone is basically completely broken. Although, look at that, dude. We got really lucky on some of these spawns, man. Technically, we didn't have anything blow up, I don't think. Yeah, okay, so let's, Dina, we need 25 meters. Yeah. At the end of this, we need to go measure, that other zone. So if I can actually come up with a like real number that I can use.
Destination. Destination selected.
Yo, the guy actually got the slat armor, man. Check, and he got the net. That's the first.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
It's so crazy that even though I put this on a bunch of these guys, it doesn't always show up.
Select sector.
So I was actually studying the coke cages on the Russian tanks in Ukraine. I learned that the actual name of this armor type, we always call it slatter cage armor. It's actually called statistical armor. I'm not going to bore you with why it's called that, but it's actually a good name for it. Oh, let's kill people.
Select destination. Destination selected.
But never mind what it's called. That coke cages they have on their freaking tanks and Russia's using, it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, no matter which way you spin it. Because I was really trying to figure out what they were designing those things to beat. And literally, like, the only thing I could think they could actually be trying to beat them is, like, someone dropping a grenade on your head. At least a couple pictures I saw. It was kind of weird when it's not a standardized design. It seems like it's just completely ad hoc. Like, what are they trying to do, dude? So they don't have a standardized design. They don't know what they're doing. That's where the whole statistical armor thing comes in. Like, there's actually some method to the madness, like some math behind how you're doing those, but not something I'm bored people on YouTube with.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
Yeah, this might be one of our problem sectors here. Okay, I need to go to southern base. And we're gonna have a period of slight boringness while I make my way. Oh, that is so bad. That is so bad.
Sector selected.
Okay, so this is a zone that we're going to have to make work. Like, no matter what we have to do, we have to make the zone work. Because there's the thing out there. The unnamed thing that nobody knows about. Did we literally just get lucky? Nope. Yeah, crap. Yep, they literally just spawned out of the center of town. That's not good. Let's try to find a solution. Might be a solution right there. So it's kind of close to trees though. It's that spot. 62 meters away. That spot. Under 3 meters away. That's gonna be too much. Oh, we got some spots up here. Yeah, let's go. Okay, that's 56 meters away. Okay. We might be in business. So I got a 56 and a 62 meter spot, I think. So I'm gonna write this up as I need a 65 meter increase. Man, that is huge. It's only a 13 CP per minute zone though. So 65 meters is not going to be game breaking. I mean, it's going to be a fat zone, no doubt. But will not be game breaking. But I have to have at least one safe spot in this town. Preferably two. Just because logistical needs for that thing out there that nobody knows about.
Select destination. Destination selected.
I don't even know if that's on any of the other maps. Like, I think I did that before. I've never seen anybody post a screenshot of it or even mention it ever, and I never announced it in one of the patch notes, so I kind of just slipped it in there, and I was like, let's see, and it's been a couple months now, so and Zaros who knows good to test. This is gonna be big oof. Actually, no, I can take the north route. I can actually get there in just a couple towns, I think. Yeah.
Sector seized. Voting for the next.
I wonder how long. I'm gonna measure this when I get over there. I want to see how long. How big of a zone area I have to get that named. Although I know it's bigger than Athrakia, so it doesn't matter. Big sad.
Select destination. Destination selected.
Yeah, there's no way. It's at least 800 meters. I got 300 there. Yeah, that's a no-go. I could just get rid of that zone in Athrakia. I'd still have two Pygroses though. Although everybody understands the Pygros situation, it's Pygros military. Oh, is that worth giving this town a name? No, because I still have that little. Oh, you know what I could do? So if I get rid of this problem child zone, that's 16. That's 10. Because these are my two. So my three zones that are double named are Pygros and Pygros. But everybody knows this is Pygros military. And this is Anthrakia, Anthrakia. Oh, that might solve my CP problem too. And there's no other zones on the map that are double named, so. Well, got Calcatory and Calcatory. Although this one's like Calcatory Solar. And it's so close to Deefy. Oh, that's big rough. Wish you could draw and measure distances. I wonder if I could move this. Hey, we're gonna have to go capture that. I might be able to fix that. I might be able to change that to Limina or Nefi. And all I have to do is remove 2 zones from the game, which solves my passive CP issue a little bit. I think we have a winner, guys. We're just going to remove 2 zones from the game.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
I have to make sure I'm smart about how I do that, though. Make sure I get connecting zones and stuff. I could go all willy-nitty. Breaking things. That looks like plenty of space to actually spawn stuff. Alright, so what is going to be... Okay, we're going to go here, there, then there. Okay.
Select drop zone. Sector selected.
Oh wow, we got lots of spawn areas. We didn't even touch the center area. Okay. My fears were unfounded.
Select destination.
You know what would be cool? If that map had a dark mode, but I could still see the contour lines. I can already remember why I never play in this mode, because that's way better. But I need to see his contour lines. Yeah, I definitely have no concerns about this zone. Tons of area. Just passing through.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Oh no, dude, that's only connected to Rhoda? Why?
Sector selected.
Okay, we're fixing that, dude. Okay, 2... That completely defeats the point of having the northern bypass, dude, if I can't go through Agios Petros. Because if you're fighting at Anthracia, then you're probably also fighting a Rhodopolia. It's probably going back and forth. So the whole point of the northern bypass is to just completely avoid this whole area in the center there. I have no idea how I missed that. Setting the zones up.
Selected.
Because I did a pass on this like a year ago, I think. Zone connections. That's when I added the southern bypass. Guess I literally just missed it. Like a noob. Yeah, at one point I was trying to add a helipad to Freeney, but to do it, I was going to have to make Freeney big enough to get to this military spot over here, where the helicopter pad is. Like, cause that's part of like the RP of having the helipad is like you actually have to have a helipad.
Sector seized.
And I did it, and Freeney was worth like 70 CP a minute or something. I was like, oh, that was a really bad idea. I literally just made Freeney the most important town in the game. That was before I even understood infantry spawning and stuff. Like, Freeney would have been horrible, dude. Complete crash the server.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
I think we'll do a vehicle spawning test in this town. Got just enough hills around it where it should be okay, but it's also pretty small, so. Call these power lines next to this town the A-10 killers. Literally seen so many cast planes crash into those. People literally just flying over the ocean. They blast them in this town. They don't know those are up on a hill. Bam, right into them. It's like, ooh, bro, dude, that was some bad mission planning, man.
Sector seized.
Yeah, this is dumb.
Waiting for the next
There's no
sector.
reason I should not be able to get to that town.
Select sector.
Alright, let's do a quick spawn test.
Select drop zone. Sector
Worked. Cool.
selected. Airdrop in progress.
Actually, as far as this goes, like this particular moment, this is actually isn't that bad of a thing. I have to go down there by
Select destination.
the solar plant anyway, so
Selected.
yeah, I think that actually connects to solar, or at least it better. Okay, while this zone's capping, I'm gonna take.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Okay, I'm back. Alright, so we're gonna go to Kalithea here, and we're gonna
Sector selected.
do some measuring.
Select destination. Destination selected.
So our actual plan here is we're gonna rock right to the middle of the zone where the actual trigger is. I'm gonna measure the distance over to Kalithea there, Nefri and Themina down there, because those are the 3 name spots on the map. Let's see which is closer. See how much we have to move the zone, how bigger we have to make the zone. Because whichever direction I move it is going to determine because this is a rectangle zone. So which axis I need to make bigger. Again, this is just kind of one that's has like the shape and the size of the zone is kind of deterministic by these 2 solar cells, solar plants. So I kind of have to keep the character of the zone intact, but I want to not have
For the next
2
sector.
names.
Select sector.
That's going to be fastest. Right, we're almost there. Right there.
Sector selected.
Okay, so first off, let's measure over to Kalithea here. $943. That's 963 meters. Oh my goodness. It's a 20-meter difference between this thing getting a different name. Okay, so that's out of the question. Okay, so the play here is I'm just gonna move this down like 20 meters. Okay, let's. I literally only have to move the zone like 20 meters. Okay, so we're just gonna move this zone like 25 meters this way, like on this axis where it's long rectangle. Gonna scoot it down over here, and then we're gonna increase the size of it on that axis so it covers that same area of the map over there. But it should pick up Limi as its zone as opposed to Kalithea, because there's literally only a 20-meter difference between those 2 names.
Select destination.
And that shouldn't
Selected.
dramatically increase the CP size of it either, but we're moving 2 towns anyway, so I don't mind making a couple towns bigger. Whoa, 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 stuff's not dead. There we go. Now you're dead. That was exciting. Woke me up.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Oh, this place has a name too.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Okay, so let's figure out a rough range. So it's getting its name from here. 500. Okay. So in order for southern base to keep its name, I gotta keep about at least 900, and this one's about the same. Yeah. That's 600, and that's, yeah. Okay, so I can't really reduce the scan range, but I can rejigger a few things. So the only double name spot we'll have on the map is Pygros, and that's what I'm okay with because it's so silly obvious. Like,
Sector seized.
oh no, I gotta go.
Voting for the next sector. Select
That's it though. We're so close. We're only 2 zones away.
sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
I'm impressed how little CP we have. We have plus 387. I feel like we've captured a good chunk of the map. Maybe I won't have to reduce the passive CP. We did bypass a lot of the high value zones though. And I've been maxed out on CP this entire time, so I wasn't getting any of the benefits of the back capping bonus.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
This is cool. Areas have names now. Yay. Except you. Little Mr. 59.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Okay, we're gonna be all done after this zone. This is the last problem child.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
Okay, so this is the sketchy zone. We haven't actually tested this since we made the changes last weekend, so we're just gonna go big.
Select drop zone.
Oh, it worked.
Drop in progress.
We didn't use our beach spawns. We know we got probably 2-ish beach spawns. And we got spawns up here. Nice. Okay. Well, that little change to that zone made a massive difference, just like we kind of thought it was, but it's basically just a validation test of the changes we made last weekend. Cool. So we've gone through and basically tested every single zone on the map that could potentially be a problem. We got 2 zones we need to remove. And we do have a couple changes we have to make, so okay. It was an exhausting test. But I would say I definitely understand all the spawning dynamics now. Oh, no, we need to stay on this. Changes. Alright, so let's... Oh, you know, I forgot to go to Negades. Dang it. Okay, we may have just YOLO these changes here. Uh, 50? Maybe? Yeah, this sucks. We're just gonna have to YOLO this one, because I forgot to go measure. So, we say 50, so 225. And 175. Okay, cool. That got us the spot right here, and it got us those spots right there. Perfect. And it might have got us a spot right here. That's the spot I really needed those over here. Yeah, cool. Okay, that sounds good. So we kind of fat on the CP. Okay, power plant. Dude, this West Coast is gonna be so big for CP. Yeah, let's do 100 by 125. Because this one we didn't really need very much. This was... Yeah, there we go. So we got more area down here, and we got more area over there, which is exactly what we needed. Cool. Neri was one that we didn't need very much on either. Ooh, I don't know. This is kind of sketch, dude. We definitely bought ourselves one new spot right here. Maybe right here? I don't know. Would maybe right there. No, yeah, maybe. Might have got ourselves a spot right there as well. Okay, I'm actually not willing to make that much bigger because I mean this West Coast is already so fat on CP. Aberdeen. Okay, this one is where I started actually writing the numbers down, so I know exactly what to do. So we need to make this 275. 275. Yep, I got a spot right there, and that spot right there. Cool. Oreo. Oh, this one's gonna be the... This one's gonna be the huge. I gotta do 65 by 65. I was gonna do 75, dude. Just because this town has a lot more value because of the thing we can't talk about. Oh yeah, we got loads of spawn spots now. Good. Solar. Alright, this is gonna be my first tricky one. I need to move attributes. Okay, so the long way. I'm gonna move that at 50. That. Just give me a little more room to play with here. Okay. So then I just need to scoot this thing down. Like so. Okay, so that still keeps the other tower in there. And I'm pretty sure I moved that far enough so it's not double named. And for the sake of my sanity later on, I'm not going to do any more edits on the map. We're going to go send this on GitHub right now. Alright, so that's good. That is in okay, what we also got to put in here is the zone naming fixed. Save that. Alright, so we know that's working. Okay, so next up we got to okay, so let's go remove those two zones for CP balance reasons, since we've added more than that much CP to the map by moving these and making these other sectors bigger. Right. Okay, and so here's where we have to start fixing things. I have to take you, sync to, okay, cool, I got those linked up. Okay, I'm happy with those syncs. Okay, on this one, what we're going to have to do is sync power plant to Anthrachia, power plant to Telos. Looks like that's already done. Yeah, that's not terribly bad. And I also need to sync that to Telos. Okay, right on. There we go. Okay, and we're not doing that one right now because I want that one to be its own independent GitHub commit. The other syncs we need to fix here. Wait, can you not go from... Why can't you go from Fedora to Pygros? That's silly. Okay, we're adding that with the new zone connection thing we're doing next commit. Okay, so we're gonna save. To exits. I'm gonna toss that on GitHub, then we're gonna add the two new zone connections. Oh no. There it goes. It's like, oh no, my internet died. Alright, so take my sandy. Please map. Just move. Thank you. There we go. That one's done. And I have no idea why these two aren't linked. Like somebody just forgot to do it. Okay, let's close that out. Just so I can make sure I keep my GitHub commits clean here. And this is the patch note. Cool, got both those. Sweet. Alright, makes progress. Making progress. I think we're gonna leave the passive CP as is, since we did take out 2 sectors. So there's definitely a lot more CP probably on the map now. Like overall, even though I removed 2 sectors, I made a couple bigger. But before we go any farther, let's jump into game real quick and make sure we got solar fixed. The naming issue there should be named Ligma now. Ligma Solar Towers. Okay, and after that, I'm gonna take a quick AFK, we'll go get a new drink, and then we got the hard stuff I think left to work on.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Boom, look at that. Math. Ligma.
Sector selected.
Okay, we only have 1 unnamed sector left. I would say that's amazing progress. And that other one, I have no clue I could possibly fix it. Like, there's nothing within range of that place. I suppose I could move it, but yeah, why? That's kind of a fun place to fight, though. I don't want to. Yeah, I like that zone too much to actually just ditch it completely. Oh, it would be kind of cool to have a zone in this mountain valley. Ooh, this is a tough one. I move it up here, it gets a name. But I take it off the main highway. Having a zone here really helps, dude, if you're getting steamrolled. Like, you can, like, have time to, like, set something up. Whereas if I move it up here and you just get steamrolled, they're just going to bypass you. Unless I force people to go through that little valley. That would be kind of cool, though. Yeah. Problem is that zone, there's so much, so steep around the zone area. It would just be a slaughter. Because if you spawned in this direction, you'd be up on this hill. Spawn in this direction, be on this hill. You would literally just slaughter everybody in the zone and call it a day. Yeah, we'll keep this one as is. Yeah, I can make it a helipad. That'd be cool. I feel like there's a lot of helipads. So we got AC, we got, Southern Base, Vala. Probably Core Factory is probably the most underused helipad. I don't think strategically that would make that big of a difference. I mean, someone's camping AAC, they might be able to. If a jet's camping AAC, they could definitely camp this zone too. Whereas if you just go up to core, you're far enough away, decent chance you might not get seen, especially with all the mountains. Okay, cool. Verified that fix. We're happy. Alright, that's good stuff. But so we're gonna call that an X, because we don't really need to do that. Boom. Lower past CP to bounce larger zones. Okay, now the... Okay, we did this Katharina connection. Yep. Did that. Alright, the while loop check. This one we're going to have to be on top of our game, so I'll take a quick AFK. Might actually be a 5-minute AFK or so. I can walk around a bit. And yeah. Those are two big things we have left to do tonight. The while loop check and... Actually, nearest location, we fixed this. We did this. Yeah. We forgot we did that. that was all the stuff we were just doing. Cool. Okay, so the only thing we have to do, we're just going to do a while loop check. We're going to go through like every while loop that's spawned via VM, spawn, or call or something. I guess. This might take us a good solid 10 minutes though. Make sure they have some kind of like breakout loop, I suppose. Or just sleep in them. This is not going to be exciting. If you're watching the stream, I'll just stop watching the stream now because this next part is not going to be exciting. So, okay, I'm going to take AFK and I'll be back. Oh, I'm back. All right, so now the fun parts. To go type while search bar. First, we need music. Let's go. Night breath. Yeah. Hey, there's only 62 results. That's not bad. Announcer. Okay, this is spawn via spawn, and it has a sleep. What? What an interesting way to do this. Okay, so his sleep is length plus announcer pause. Oh, you see where announcer pause is, but we know what length is. Announcer pause, probably in my constant somewhere. Oh, announcer pause, half a second. So it's a half second, but then what it does is it takes the length of the duration of the sound message, and if it's between 0 and 2 seconds, then wow. That's a very interesting way to do that. I would have just been lazy and put a, I don't know. Okay, okay, so this is what I want to cover, while timeout long. So this is what he uses instead of doing like manual sleeps everywhere. He puts these sleeps and then he has these minimum is basically 1 frame. That is actually, what's 1,000 divided by 30? 1,000 divided by 30. That's 0.33. Wow, that is wrong, dude. Okay, so from what we read on the wiki, this is based on the frames. Wait, no, hang on. So there's... Oh yeah, it would be 33 milliseconds times 30. 33.3 milliseconds, so we'll do 33.4 milliseconds times 30 frames equals 1 second. Because I know off the top of my head it's 13 milliseconds for a 60-second FPS. So when you're like, if you're doing a game loop at 60 FPS, you have to have the game loop completed every 13 milliseconds. How is that possible, though? 1,000 divided by 60. 16 milliseconds. So 16.6 times 60 is 1,000. Okay. So it's actually 16 milliseconds if you have a 60 FPS. That's weird though, because I'm pretty sure I've had frame rate timers where I locked it at 60. And it said each frame was completed in 13 milliseconds. Maybe there's just a... Oh, maybe there's a 3 millisecond buffer between the frames. Which the scheduler runs on a 3 millisecond buffer. Why would he use 0.25 though? What frame rate is that? Like, it's 1,000 divided by 25 milliseconds. 40 frames per second. That makes no sense. Like, why would you? Okay, we're gonna go back and we're gonna reattack this, dude. We're gonna up this to 34 milliseconds. I don't understand why he would want it so short though. We're coming back to this minimum timeout, but I just want to point that out to you guys. Like, he has all this stuff preset, and I think I added this max. His longest was 5 seconds, and I think when I was troubleshooting the original helicopter landing damage bug, I added this other define here. So I imagine that's probably not referenced anywhere in the code, but we're going to double check. We're going to double check these. Right now we're looking at while loops. Need to make sure while loops have sleeps in them. Yep, this has a sleep, timeout short. Timeout medium, medium. Yeah, these are all from the same script. Switch. Can't handle. This is a UI thing. Okay, so UIs are handled outside of the scheduled script. Although he still has a sleep in here. Good. Okay. But I'm pretty sure UI stuff's handled outside is on the unscheduled part of the script, I think. UI sleep, yep. It's got it. This is UI stuff, so we might not need, but he does still have UI sleep. Wow, and he has sleep. Go figure, someone works at Bohemia for 15 years, knows exactly what he's doing. Oh. This is one of our error messages, dude. Wait. We were just working on this last week in this code block. This is the order funds transfer, dude. Let's keep going down here. Does have okay, I'm intrigued. This is a completely different way. What the f Hold up, bro. What is he doing down here, dude? Okay, so we have local variable t equals time plus timeout short. Timeout short is 0.25 quarter second. Wait until time is greater than t. What is time, though? I say that half sarcastically, but I want to know actually what it means in this game engine. I kind of overdid that. There. Okay, we don't actually need this anymore. Okay, Isabel analysis Arma 1.0. Returns time is elapsed since mission started in seconds. The value is different on each client. Smashing my head against the table. If you need a unified time, use server time. And I'm going to show you what Okay. We're gonna come back, okay? Order fund transfer. This is not correct. We're gonna come back to that and talk more about sync time and stuff. Okay, well, not mission end to sleep. Okay, boom. He's got to sleep right at the start of the while loop. Yeah, I don't really care to see anything else. I just cares about that sleep. Okay, got sleep. Got sleeps all over the place. So, let's go back to that constants. Okay, remember how I was bitching about this minimum time being 0.25? Where was I at, dude? And I said that was too short. It's not going to register per frame when the server's lagging. Okay, so one of the bugs that we have is people can't cap sectors and they can't vote for sectors, which is UI, which, as I've been talking about the last couple weekends with UI issues, that the unscheduled half of the scheduler is getting bugged because I think that's what's running the UI stuff. But we come in here and OSD is are the UI events, and we find voting, seizing, and what do we find? The code that the variable I was completely confused about because it's too small to run on a server. What do we find? We find the variable that was too small to run on a server. I need to start writing this stuff down, dude. I'm not gonna be able to remember all this, dude. Okay, set timeout min to 24 FPS. No, F that noise, dude. Set it to 20 FPS, dude. Like, what? Wait. 20 FPS. That's what Minecraft servers run at. Set, or they use TPS in that game, but tick per seconds. Same thing. FPS for the server, tick per second. Doesn't matter. Same concept, but 20 FPS is an actual okay FPS for a server to run at. What was the other thing we need to fix? Fund transfers. And I haven't talked about the sync time to you guys yet, but it's going to make sense before we do it. On while true. Wait till. What the? Setup UI? spawn while true. Okay, let's go back to what the heck. Okay, we're gonna have research. Research setup UI. I don't even know what that code is doing, dude. Set up UI scripts. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find out what's calling this and what this code is doing here, dude. I don't like that at all, dude. I don't like that at all. Especially since I know something's bugged about the UI in the old CP. What? Smooth text. Old tick equals time. Okay, that's local to the client. Wait until time greater than old tick. Didn't the wiki say this doesn't work? Can't add time to an integer unless you put it in parentheses? Yeah, that's basically what that says right here. This time has any better Oh, you can add an integer, okay. So future equals time plus 30, so you can add it directly to an integer. And this is smooth text, so this is just UI displayed to the client, so I don't mind if it's not synced. Hey, speak of sync time right here. Sync time. Okay, again, this is just doing what's supposed to do. Don't. Okay, the very first thing you see is a sleep in this loop, which is good. Lots of sleeps all over the place. Yay. Okay, this is another local teammate availability. It's a local local thing, and t equals time plus 20. Then he has a wait here to pop it out. Okay. Gotta wait until, yay. Oh, this is one of the lines that was bugged if you increase that too much. Oh, this is interesting. While true do. That's a cool way he's handling the time there. He's just subtracting 1 second. Cool. Ah, but you see, yeah, this is okay. So someone was complaining about someone was staying inside of one of the zones for an infinite amount of time. And this sync time is basically server time, which we know from reading about in the wiki that it's not an actual like hard time. So if you set your time you're allowed to stay in the zone for 200 seconds, something huge and extreme, like what was done, and the server's running slowly, those 200 seconds could become like if the server's starting to chug on the scheduler, those 200 seconds could become 600 seconds, maybe. Like that's an extreme example, but I mean, and if the server's actually ground to a complete halt, the scheduler has, then that 200 seconds could essentially become, near infinite. It could become 1200 seconds for all you know, depending on how slow the server's running. So that is how that guy has been staying in that zone forever. He's not staying in the zone forever. It's just the number of value is so big and the sync time, the server frames are so low that this -1 second off the zone restriction timer is probably going to happen, once every few seconds. Which is the same thing causing all the other bugs, which is why we're sitting here yapping about it. Oh my god. Oh, what's going on here, but generate variable name? I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, bro. What in the world is this even doing, dude? I really should look where that's called, dude. To do that script straight up scares me, dude. What is it called? Okay, got it on my list to look at. What is this thing doing, dude? It's not in any kind of order either. It's just 97 through 122, and then it starts back at 49 through 57. Then it just makes a string out of the numbers and attaches it to BIS Warlords. Okay. Oh, we know this one works, and we know this one has sleeps in it. Somewhere, right? Okay, there it is, timeout standard. Do I sleep long? Okay, we got the very first line is fixed. Okay, sort sectors array. This is a UI thing. This does not appear to be called via spawn. Sort sectors array, huh? What is full recalc? Okay, sort sector array. We might stick a sleep in this one. Sort sector arrays. Because this is going to be really easy to test. Because this is going to be one of the scripts that'll fail instantly if I write it wrong. Garbage collector. What? Garbage collector's in the engine, dude. What are you doing? What on earth? He's trying to manually do garbage collection? This is the only reference to max timeout I've seen in the mission so far. So while not mission end, do every 30 seconds. What do we, there we are. So it's looking at assets and it's just building a list of them. If sync time is greater than or equal to something to delete at. WTF, dude. What are you doing this? I thought that was all done via the engine. Oh, that's just controlling server. Okay, that server literally runs once, so there's no way that breaks. Kappa. NAI handle. Yep, I ain't got a clue. Not touching that script. I'm not even like. Okay, this is another one that's going to be really simple to test here. Just literally tossing a sleep in. We have to do this separate from the other one though. Oh, he already has a UI sleep in there. Never mind. It's right here. UI sleep. Timeout min. Hold up though. This is another one, the one that breaks. Like UI AI just won't spawn in a zone. I think we're starting to find her. Problem child is all over in the spots. I have a lot of confirmation bias going on though, like, because unfortunately I can't test this kind of stuff. Okay, sleep, sleep, sleep. Yep, I see sleeps. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, this is just the initial init. Okay, so yeah, that script only runs once, don't care. Okay, new warlord. Okay, there's sleeps. I see sleeps. What is he doing here, dude? Target selection handle server. He's got some weird variables going on down there. Okay, current target. Yep, yep. Registered. This is another one of the voting register things. Well, not mission in. Do sync time plus 10 seconds plus random 10. Time no players. Sync 2 seconds plus random 5. But why? Wait, hold up. Why is he using time right here? Next update? Who's next update used? Okay, it's used down here. Okay, so he's setting next update as time. So we'll say 0000. Okay, so yeah, this definitely got this part's got to be done server side, so that's why he's using sync. NPCs no voted. Allow AI voting. And no players. Okay, that's allowing the NPCs to vote for Zectors. Huh. I wonder if not call voting. I feel like not using sync time right here could break things, dude. Okay, we're gonna add this to our list. There's no way we're getting to all this stuff tonight, dude. Like, about to pass out as it is, dude. Like, I kind of understand how you would want to have it client side, but I feel like all you're doing is just breaking. Like, you're getting everybody on different, because this is server, dude. Like, this is bad. This is a server side script, but he's using client side time. This might actually be a big priority to fix, dude. Ah, this is zone restriction handle. Okay. Very first thing we see is boom. Yep. Cool. Yep. He got sleeps in here. Okay, cool. I'm happy. All right. So holy crap. So let's start going through our list here. That's our list. Set timeout to 20 ticks per second or 20 FPS on the server. That's the minimum timeout. That might be causing a bajillion number of bugs. We're gonna this target selection handle time. We gotta fix that because that's a server side thing. So before we do that, I'm gonna explain sync time to you guys. That's gonna be important. Okay, so first thing, Warlords constants. We need to figure out what is 1000 divided by 20 FPS minus 3 milliseconds. Okay, so that's 50, then we're gonna add 3 milliseconds. Okay. So I'm just gonna make that Whoop. Okay, got that fixed. Let's go find. Oop. Check. All right, so the next thing I need to show you guys is sync time. Let's do copy and paste this, sync time. So I've never covered this on stream before, although kind of aware of how it works. Okay, so sync time is a constant which calls bis function sync time. Let's go find bis function sync time. And it's literally caught a bajillion places in this code. There's no way I'm ever going to find it. Okay, thanks, game. We're going to have to go manually find this. It's Warlords to sync time. Okay. Yep. Okay, if it's multiplayer, then server time, else time. Yep, there's literally no reason on God's green earth you should ever be using there's blah, blah. Okay, let's. I just completely lost my shit, dude. Brain exploded, dude. My brain just exploded. So every single place in this code where time is called, we can replace it with sync time. Because there's no reason not to. It does the exact same thing. Mind blown right now, dude. Mind blown. There's 325. Holy crap. I have no way to exclude timeouts. Oh, this is going to be painful, dude. I need only time, not timeout. Oh, my God. Please help me. Map control handle. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, this is a server boot up. I don't care about that. Raw handle. That needs to stay how it is. That's. I'm not messing with anything with a modulo in it. Oh, modulos are easy, but I don't understand why he's doing it, and I don't want to get any deeper down this rabbit hole than I already am. Like, it's easy to figure that out, but it's. Ooh, purchase menu opening. Okay, this is purely a UI thing. So I don't think this is smart to mess with. Yeah, we're not gonna screw with that one. Okay, first sector selection handle. Okay. So this is just a single spot we can fix. Okay. Oh no. It's gonna research all that, dude. Oh no. I have to go through and read all these. Okay, tell you what, next time we're going from the bottom up. But first thing we gotta do, shit. Dude, we're not gonna be able to test all. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put all these changes in tonight, and tomorrow night we're gonna have to come back and test these. There's literally no way I can, like. Okay, these are all sync time. Cool. Oh, this is really difficult to read upside down here. See, lots of sync time. Dude, there's no way I can read that upside down. That's like too difficult. I have to go through and just figure out where we were. Clients. Oh. Okay, I remember this one. This is the map draw handle. Okay. All right, here we go. Order fund transfer. Gotta be kidding me, dude. Okay, I'm going to type this into my Discord so I can copy and paste this. Okay, so this is a fix for the Warlords. Start closing shit here, dude. Hey, yep, that's things we need open, okay? Oh, I forgot to save that. Alright, so now let's go back. Find sync time, Control C, yay. Okay, so we squish that bug. Just a timeout. Timeout, timeout, timeout. For target reset, timeout, yeah. Purchase menu, okay. Purchase menu opening, we're not gonna dick with that one. Okay. Timer. Actually, to fix this. Pretty sure we just fix that. Sector selection handle. And I'm not confused. I feel like we're out of order here. Okay, sector selection bug. Okay, we fixed that already. Send client request. Oh, no. Good. Okay, see lots of sync times. That's good. Okay. Voting. Yep. Okay, this is another one of the bugs that was happening because low FPS. Okay. This is the one that scared the crap out of me. Smooth text. Okay, smooth text is local to the player, I think. Yeah, this is all display stuff. Yeah, that's nothing server side, so I'm not worried about that. All that was displaying stuff on the screen of the player. Okay, it's just more timeouts. Yep. Target selection. Yep, that's all sync time. This is good. Okay, this is something local to the player. Though again, that should literally never be. Yeah, there's literally no reason to do this like this. Because if it's single player, it'll just... it'll just revert to the time. Uh, I don't even know how to title that. It's okay. Okay, this is all sync time. But we know if the sync time gets slagged out, that's going to go too long. Okay, these are sync times. Yes, 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 yes. Sync time, sync time, sync time. Timeout. Oh, respawn handle. Is there any possible way this could break? If it's server, then new unit, call me an AI handle. Okay, I don't see any. It's just saying if any number above 0. If time is equal to exactly 0 and new unit in area of base, objective complete, then allow damage, new unit. Ah, we're not touching that, dude. Not touching stuff I can't understand. Okay. This is a sync time. This is what it's supposed to do. Update sector array. Wait, weren't we looking at this earlier? And the sector array had a time in it instead of sync time? Okay, these are timeouts. Timeouts everywhere. Cool. Yeah, that's a timeout. Yeah, change sector ownership. Time is greater than 0, and yeah, why would I use anything other than sync time right here? Single player will roll itself back, and the server will always be above 0. All right. Smash that. And the kill stamps are all using sync time. Good. Garbage collector. Don't have a clue what that's doing. Okay, seizing time. Max seizing time. Okay, I see good stuff. Time at, okay, that, cool. Okay, target selection handle. Still not sure why he has all these randoms in here, but cool. Known restrictions, yup. I remember looking at this specifically. There we go, we went through every 355 references to the word time. And just got rid of every single possible sync time bug in the mission. Praise Gaben. Holy crap. Okay, let's bring this back over here. Dude, I'm about spent after that. Holy crap, dude. Okay, so we rewrote. We just kind of like super banged all this stuff out. Got that done. We got that done. Research setup UI script. Yeah, not gonna happen tonight. I'm gonna put an X on that. I am completely toast. We should probably start the mission though. I just made some catastrophically huge changes to the way Redux works. I should probably at least start the mission up and see if it works. And if it doesn't matter. I'm stopping the stream and going to bed anyways. Pretty much never a good idea to make that many changes to a mission.
Warlords protocol initialized.
I mean, I'm getting kind of good at this stuff, but at the same time, it's we're seriously playing with fire when you make that many changes without testing.
Sector selected.
I'm just going to capture a zone because I know we changed some sector ownership stuff.
Selected.
I want to make sure the scripts are running. So we just did sector selection handle, so we did that. And another one of the ones we changed was selection ownership or something. So I want to make sure that the sector changes ownership. I don't remember all the other ones we touched, but just doing a quick burn test. Although, if there was an error in one of these scripts, it probably would have thrown already. But just to be safe. Was voters reset? I'm not going to hang out long enough to do a voter reset, sector reset. But if this one successfully transfers ownership, then I know almost everything we touch tonight's okay.
Sector seized.
Boom. Okay. Cool. So that's basically a full gameplay loop. Let's respawn just to get that loop going.
Sector selected.
Okay, cool. We've changed ownership. We've voted for sectors. We've died and respawned. Yeah, I can't think of anything else we touched tonight, so cool. Everything's working. Yay. I have no way to test the CP transfer thing, so. Woo, we did it! Yay! I think I'm gonna add a developer note though to some of these patch notes. It's a game. Don't need to actually test any more code tonight. Okay, let's go back to our patches and explain some of these patch notes a little bit better, particularly this one. All right. Cool. Let's update view file. Discard mission changes because that literally just moved. And that will be us done for the night. Yay, yay, yay. Super happy. I think I might have just absolutely murdered almost every single bug in Redux tonight with that sync time fix. Cool. So that was good night. There's still, I got quite a few things left to do on my to-do list, so I'll try to stream tomorrow night. No promises. But tomorrow night, what we really need to do is crank up the dedicated server and do bug testing on the dedicated server. Because right now I've been doing all this locally. So but yeah, good night. Good night. So I will probably see you guys tomorrow night. Who knows? But if we do, I gotta fix a couple more of these time sync issues in while loops. And then it's gonna be dedicated server test time. So see you then.